Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to solve this problem. So the given problem is a data word of 1011 is given, is asking us to calculate the Hamming code bit. So by the end of this video you will get the solution for this Hamming code, and this is a very important question in exam, and many students will do mistake in calculating this, but we'll try to crack with small trick. Let's begin the video. Okay, so the given data bits are d1, d2, d3 as well as d4, so which is nothing but 1 0 1 1. Okay, so let's try to write the positions as well as the type, how we are going to get. So first one is nothing but the position, and next one is nothing but type. Okay, so positions is given as, so you're having three parity bits will be added, which is nothing but 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2. So this we can write down it as 4 2 1. So in the position 1 we are going to have parity bit 1, in position 2 we are going to have parity bit 2, and in position 4 we are going to have a parity bit P3, and here the remaining will be data bit D1, D2, D3 as well as D4. Now let us try to mark these values. So here directly the bits, let's try to mark. So in this position P1 is not given, directly P1, as well as P2 is also not given, we'll directly write down this as P2, but D1 is given where this is 1, and this is nothing but P3, and D2 is 0, D3 is 1, D4 is also 1. So now we have to identify P1 value, P2 value as well as P3 value. Now how to identify the positions of P1, P2, P3? So I can say you a simple thing. So parity bit P1 is nothing but the parity bits. This will generally will act like an cameras, and it will remember all this data. Okay, so now how to generate this Hamming code is, now let us try to write down what are the positions that will be marked by P1, and what are the positions that will be marked by P2, and what are the positions that will be marked by P3. Let us try to identify. Okay, so now coming to here, let's try to write down the binary values. So the binary values are 1 2 3 4 5 6 as well as 7. So all these are in decimal form. We require in binary coded decimal. So binary coded decimal means we can write down it as 4 2 1. So how to write down 1 we can write down it as so just try to change the color. Let's say that we can write later. Okay, so the concept of writing is 1 I can write down it as 0 0 1. How to write down 2? 1 0 1 0. How to write down 3? 0 1 1. How to write down 4? 1 0 0. How to write down 5? 1 0 1. How to write down 6? 1 1 0. And how to write down 7? 1 1 1. Now see here, so the parity bit P1 will try to check which position. Parity bit P1 is in which position? First position. Okay, so parity bit P1 is in which position? P1 position. And coming to the parity bit 2 is there in which position? 2 position. Parity bit P3 is in which position? Fourth position. Now with respect to 1, the BCD we are having in LSB. Okay, so this is nothing but LSB. At this point we are having, so this is for parity bit 1, the position is 1. So identify the positions which has the last position as 1. So this is nothing but first decimal bit, and this is also last one, so therefore third decimal value, and this is also is there, which is nothing but fifth decimal value, and this is nothing but 7. So parity bit P1 will remember the positions of 1 3 5 7. Okay, so 1 3 5, 7 will be remembered by the parity bit P1. Similarly, coming to the parity bit 2, and parity bit 2 is in which position? Second position. So 2 can be written as 0, 1, 0. Now this will identify the bits that are there in center. So this is there in center. Okay. So therefore it is going to remember the position 2, and this is also there. So it is going to identify the position 3, and here you can see here 6 is also there. So therefore sixth position also it is going to monitor, and seventh position. Okay, so parity bit P1 will monitor the positions. Okay, so what are the positions monitored? I'm writing here. So the positions monitored by the parity bit P1 is 1, 3, 5, 7. So parity bit P2 will monitor the positions. First one, I mean 2, 3, 6, 7. Okay, now coming to bit parity bit, it is going to monitor the position 4. In position 4, you can see here MSB is 1. So this is nothing but it is going to monitor position 4 as well as position 5 as well as position 6 as well as position 7. So this is very important, which bit is going to take care about which position. Okay, so this is how the P1 bit, P2 bit and P3 bit are monitoring all these corresponding positions. Now let us go ahead. So how to solve the problem? Okay, so now coming to the first one, parity bit will check the positions. Let's try to identify. Let us assume here we are going to have an even parity. Okay, so parity bit P1 will check the positions. Which positions? Let's try to write down. It will check the positions. Already we have been calculated. The positions are 1, 3, 5, 7. So before solving the problem, let us assume we are going to solve with the help of even parity. We are assuming the parity is of even parity, and let us try to solve. Let's try to solve with odd parity also. Let's try to begin here. Okay. So positions 1. So position 1, what is there? Position 1, P1 bit is there. Okay. Position 3, what is there? D1 is there. D1 value is how much? At position 5, what is there? 0 is there. At position 7, what is there? 1 is there. Now add the number of ones in this parity bit as well as data bit. Okay. So the number of once, okay, including parity bit. Okay, we don't know this, therefore let's try to keep like an don't care condition. So the number of ones is equal to 2, and we had assumed that it should be an even parity. Therefore number of ones is equal to 2, and already we had obtained even parity. Therefore we can, since even parity is fulfilled with the number of ones, we can say that P1 value is equal to 0. Okay, so we identified the P1 value now. Okay, now let us try to go with the next one, second one. So what parity, which positions it is going to check? So parity bit P2 is going to check the positions as already we identified. So the positions it is going to check is 2, 3, 6, 7. Okay, now see here for 2 what you are going to have. Okay, so for position 2, what is there? P2 is there. Just write down P2. For position 3, what is there? The data bit is 1. For position 6, what is there? 1 is there. For position 7, what is there? 1 is there. Now add the number of ones in this data bit and parity bit. So the number of ones, okay, how many ones are there? 1, 2, 3. Okay, number of ones is equal to 3, but I have to get which parity? Even parity. Then automatically I have to add the P2 value as 1. Therefore 3 plus 1, totally how many are there? 4 will be there. Where 4 is an even number, then automatically as per our assumption even parity will be fulfilled. So if it is fulfilling even parity, then automatically P2 value should be equal to 1. Okay, so therefore P2 value should be 1. We can't take 0. Why? Because already we have only 3 ones. 3 ones is there, then it is like odd parity. So we have to add one more bit, that P2 value is 1, such a way that this odd parity will be converted into even parity. That is what our assumption is. It should be an even parity. Okay, let us go ahead with the second concept. So third one. Okay, so let's try to identify parity bit. So parity bit P3 will check which positions. So parity bit P3 is going to check the positions like 4, 5, 6, 7. At 4, what is there? P3 is there. At 5, what is there? 0 is there. At 6, what is there? 1 is there. At 7, what is there? 1 is there. Add the number of ones in this parity bit and data bit. Okay. So the number of ones. Okay. So how many ones are there here? Only two ones are there, where 2 is an even number. If it is an even number, therefore it will be fulfilled the concept of even parity. So automatically we had obtained, it is an already 2s are there, automatically P3 value will be 0, therefore P3 is equal to 0. Now substitute all these values here. Okay, so when you substitute here, so uh, positions is, so here we are going to have the positions P1, P2, 1, P3, 0, 1, 1. Okay, so P1 value is how much now? So the value of P1. So P1 is how much? We had already done it. The value of P1 is how much? 0. The value of P2 is how much? 1. The value here it is 1. The value of P3 is how much? 0, 0, 1, 1. So this will be our resultant answer. We converted the given 4-bit. Okay, we have been converted the given 4-bit into an Hamming code bit. Okay, so this is nothing but a parity bit as well as data bit, and this bit is called Hamming code bit. We are able to identify the error, and we are going to correct the error with the help of Hamming codes. Okay, so now with the examiner, you can, here I have been assumed as a odd parity. Here you can assume as one more is a, here I assume this even parity. Now let us assume that here we are going to solve for odd parity. Here if you are going to solve for odd parity, the number of ones should be an even number. Now let's try to do the same. For here, the number of ones is how much? 2. Then I have to make it as an odd. Then I have to add 1 here. So where I am going to add the 1 here? Here I am going to add 1. When I add the 1, 2 plus 1 is how much? 3. So where 3 is an odd number, therefore as per my assumption, odd parity is fulfilled. So if it is an odd parity, P1 value should be 1. Okay, P1 value should be 1. And here you can see here, same parity bit P2 will be checking the positions 2, 3, 6, 7. And here number of ones is how much? 3. Already 3 is fulfilled. As per our assumption, we considered odd parity. 3 is fulfilled, automatically P2 value will be 0. Therefore P2 is 0. Coming to here, the number of ones is how much? 2, but we need to have odd parity. So then the P3 value I have to substitute as 1, therefore 1, 2, 3. So automatically we are going to have 3, and 3 is an odd number, then automatically this our assumption as odd parity is correct. Therefore P3 value is how much? 1. So the remaining the data bits what we have been written here as 1, 0, 1, 1, both are same. So just you see here, this is the Hamming code for even parity. This is the Hamming code for odd parity. Both will be reverse. Here 0, here 1. Here it is 1, 0. Here it is 0, 1. So that is how our assumption will be changing. So this assumption is left to us. You can assume an even parity or you can assume an odd parity. So this is how you should understand converting an given data bit. Okay, so converting a given data bit into an Hamming code bit. Okay, so this is the procedure behind this one of conversion. Hope you are able to understand how to convert a given data bit into an Hamming bit. So this is the good example. So hope my explanation is good. If you're able to understand, please like the video and share with your friends. And if you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section. If you are unable to understand the video, you recall the video once or twice, then automatically you can understand. So when you recall it, here you can see here all the time, remember, if in 4 bit is given, 3 bits will be there, then you should find the positions 1 3 5 7, and position parity bit will check 2 3 6 7, parity bit p3 will check 4 5 6 7, like this all the values are verified. Then you are going to get the, and then you select what kind of parity you want and you do all your calculation, then you are going to get the Hamming code. So if you feel all the content is useful to you and those who are studying the same subject, share to your friends. And still, if you are watching my channel without subscribing, subscribe to my channel with the name kvthulasi. Thank you for your time. We'll meet in another beautiful video. Yours, Ram.